Hi there, my name is Matt Cole.
And I'm Brian Garrity.
And we are the producers of the Sexperts Podcast. Did you almost forget your name there, Brian?
I hesitated because sometimes I'm in denial of who I am.
We're the producers of the Sexperts Podcast, I think. And I have to remind Brian every now and then. We're here with a very special returning champion. We were just reminiscing, not too much. Let's reminisce a little harder after I introduce her. One of our very first or second or third guests ever. Second, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Kerry Kruk, yay!
Woo! Hi. Hello, Matt and almost Brian.
Hey there.
Kerry, welcome back to the show. And have we had you on, my brain is mush. Have we had you on the Zoom version of this show before?
I was on within the quarantine.
Okay.
And if we did it on Zoom, probably, because now everything is done on Zoom.
That's right.
So.
Oh man. Yeah. I just went to my proctologist and had my
Zoom exam.
My Zoom exam. Yeah.
You had to do it yourself. Show him in the camera.
Did he zoom in the boom boom?
I'm gonna save that for. I'm running out of topics. Okay. Well, welcome back. And yeah, Kerry, Brian reminded me that you were the second ever guest. So if everybody goes back not right now. Listen to this interview first. But if you go back to episode number 2 out of 200 and some, you will find Kerry Kruk.
I love that story because I haven't told this story before, but we were just like, we have a podcast now, and and we were at a show at Push, and Cole's like, find a guest, we'll record between shows.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And
I had an idea for who to ask, and it was like not shooting high at all. Like, I'm not going to name the person, but it was just a random person that really makes no sense on any level. And Cole was like, I was like, okay, I'll ask Kerry. Yeah. Ask Kerry.
That's nice. I like to be like the ringer, like if no one else is there. Get Kerry.
No, it wasn't that. It was like, hey, Garrity, shoot higher.
Yeah.
Shoot higher.
Oh. Good save, Brian. Good save.
No, that's exactly what it was.
It was
my favorite. My favorite part is that we recorded a podcast in a Chevrolet. I don't know what kind of car.
That was a Honda Civic LX.
A Honda Civic.
The divorced dad model.
Oh, yes.
Smelled
like a divorced dad.
With a Bud Light Lime, one of the big ones.
For the divorced dad who wants a minimum of 34 miles per gallon.
I thought that was the shtick of the podcast, is that everybody coming on gets Bud Light Lime. I thought that was like your thing. Come to find out, it was just what was available at the 7-Eleven.
No, just what I was in the mood for.
Yeah.
It's just what was in the divorced dad mobile.
People don't give Bud Light Lime enough credit.
Yeah.
Budweiser can afford the best food scientists in the world. So that's who they've hired to develop the perfect lime tasting beer.
Yeah. Because there's no actual citrus in it, is there?
No, but who gives a fuck? It tastes perfect.
Does anyone remember that Bud Light they came out with?
Clamato?
No, that one is also interestingly tragic. But there was one, it was like Bud Light Golden or something like that. And it had orange and coriander in it.
Yes.
And I can't find it anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, I was drinking that at
Blood Orange.
I was drinking it at the Funny Bone that day. They had the fundraiser all day thing.
Oh yeah. Do you remember what it was called? Was it Bud?
Wait,
Bud Light Orange, I think.
Well, they have Bud Orange, but before that.
Oh, then I don't know what you're talking about.
Somebody's got to figure that one out, because
I remember
that those were really good. They were like orange and coriander. It was like a weird flavor. It wasn't like orange.
Shout out to the geniuses. Brian, you really hyped them up.
That guy.
So when my kids were little, I would have not that anyone cares about this, but I would have season passes to Busch Gardens for me and one kid, and I would just they would take turns who would get to go. But I would always go to the tasting room at Busch Gardens to try all the new Budweiser products.
Ooh.
And they'd have grapes and chocolates for the kids.
Oh.
While I was
going to say, what did you do with the child?
I just had them there.
Pop them on a roller coaster?
Just eating grapes, cheese, and chocolate. Yeah. But they would have these crazy ass drinks. They're like, here's a drink that has caffeine and alcohol. And I'm like, that tastes great. That's one thing they had in common. They all tasted great.
I guess for anybody who's listening right now and they have no fucking idea who Kerry Kruk is, one, they need to go fuck themselves and learn. Like, crawl out from underneath your pandemic rock.
Yeah, panties in a twist, much.
Yeah, panties in a twist, much. Oh, how about absolute
uncertainty, much.
How
about Girlprov?
Girlprov. Oh my God. And now, one of the things that we're doing with the Sexperts guests and interviews, we are having on the cast of Romeo and Juliet, Shakespeare at the Plot. And guess
we're having on the whole cast.
We're having the whole fucking cast, baby. Yep.
Whether they know it or not.
I didn't sign up for this. And so Kerry is part of the cast. Congratulations.
I am so excited. I can't tell you. I was texting other hopefuls all day. We were waiting for the list to come out. And I went on vacation. I just got back yesterday, actually. And it was like right before I went on vacation, we found out that we got cast. So it was extra special.
That's awesome. We'll talk about what is Shakespeare at the Plot and Romeo and Juliet, where to find it, and also who will you be playing, because I'm excited about this casting.
Yes, absolutely. So the most important thing is that it will be in Norfolk, Virginia, in the Neon. I think they call it something very specific. It's the Neon, or is it the Arts District?
Neon.
Or is it the Neon Arts District?
I think it's Neon Arts District. I think you're right.
Yeah, it's in the Neon Arts District at the Plot, which will formerly have been the Plot, because as I understand it, the Plot will be completely transformed for this theater event, which will include all kinds of different kinds of entertainment. There'll be bands, there'll be probably strolling minstrels and little vaudevillians.
Ren Fair, baby.
And a blacksmith and LARPers, and a place where you can get leather wear.
Ooh.
And they're transforming the little parking lot there into sort of like a food truck rodeo with vendors, and you can get alcohol there. You can probably leave your children in a playpen.
Will there be a place where single LARPers can meet other like-minded individuals?
Yeah, that's part of it. It's a love connection there. And it's going to be transformed into a sort of a 1920s Great Gatsby-esque jazz lawn party.
Whoa.
So it'll be 1920s. It'll be like that. And the stage is actually like the entire plot. It's the word you were using earlier, Matt, immersive. It is that. It's an immersive theater experience. July 23rd, 24th, and 25th, the most important part.
Yes.
So as soon as those tickets go up, you should get one, because there will be very specific places for people to sit. But it'll be very, very cool. So
nice.
It'll be probably the most unique theater experience. And I've done some unique theater. It'll
probably the most unique in the past year or so.
Oh, almost the most unique in the last year. So excited for that. I'm so excited. And I will be playing the role of Juliet's nurse.
Yes.
And her name is the Nurse.
Yes. Oh my God. That is perfect casting. And Noelle. Yeah, no. I mean, are you a Shakespeare guy, Brian? Do you know Romeo and Juliet?
Die Hard, bro.
Die Hard.
The only LARPing
that was not a Shakespeare.
do.
Die Hard was not a Shakespeare. Sorry.
That's the only LARPing I do is Shakespeare LARPing.
So I mean, this is especially, I'm thinking of also who Juliet is going to be played by Noelle Pearson. We're gonna have her on the show as well. But I can't wait to see the scenes between you and her. It's gonna be dynamic.
I know. I love Noelle. We have good chemistry anyway. So I can't wait. It'll be so natural.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, Brian has his hand raised. Go ahead, Brian.
It's pretty dumb.
Yeah, good.
In Shakespeare, does nurse mean like a nurse at a clinical nurse, or is it like someone?
Yeah,
more of a wet nurse.
Yeah, certified.
It is.
Yeah. She's playing an RN. Yeah,
it's actually a psychiatric nurse. I'll be giving everyone their psychiatric medication.
I mean, what is it? What does it mean?
It literally needs like
governess.
Governess. Right. And depending on how high class, wet nurse, nanny, that whole thing, all rolled into one back then.
Caretaker.
So I was on the right track.
So a mom figure.
A mom figure that's not related to you.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, but back in Shakespearean days, I think everyone was related to everyone.
Right.
A mom who works for you.
A mom who works for you.
But yeah, I do believe it's those connotations. It's very close. Yeah.
Brian's like, man, this is a good job.
I have great news. Yeah. My summer vacation ends on the 25th of July, and I will be back in town in time to see the final performance
That's
of
excellent.
Shakespeare in the Plot,
Mm-hmm.
featuring the cast of Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
So exciting. That's great.
So it's probably pretty early on. They just announced the cast, and we have plenty of time to get all the cast on between now and July, Brian. So we're we're glad to have you on first.
We're coming after you, Enver.
Yeah, we're coming at you, motherfucker, Romeo. We're glad to have you on first, though. You know a lot of details about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had Rick on. He didn't know shit.
Yeah, he didn't know shit.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, also very cool. It's being directed by Deb Wallace and Brant Powell. There's I think a directorial team, but I know those two for sure.
Cool.
And first, like Deb Wallace to be directed by her, I was ready to kill somebody to get the part because I want to be in one of her productions. I'm so excited. We're gonna viewpoints it up.
Nice.
It's so great. And then Brant Powell, has been involved with other theater productions in the past. So I'm just excited to have another opportunity to, get involved in this little weirdo family. But it's a Deb Wallace thing. So it's gonna be some probably famous people coming to see it.
I've seen you in 2 Brant Powell productions.
Mm-hmm.
Which ones, Brian?
I saw her in the Sinking Feeling.
Yeah.
And I do not remember the name of the other one.
It was called The Government Inspector, and Brant, right? That one? Government Inspector?
I didn't see that one.
It was at TCC.
TCC? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't. It's weird. I don't remember the name at all, but
it was the one that he directed. Yeah,
it was a comedy.
Russian comedy play.
Yeah.
Yep.
You were great.
Yeah, Government Inspector.
I mean, legit. You were great in that.
Thanks, Brian.
Yeah, if you're listening to this right now and you're thinking to yourself, yeah, I'm going to pass on this, you're passing on your life. You need to see Kerry in this. You need to see Enver and Noelle as Romeo and Juliet. You need to see Deb and Brant Powell's production. You need to see Brad McMurran's balls because he's producing this with Sean and the Pushers and stuff. You just need to see it all. Please.
You do. Well, I just think it's going to be so freaking cool. It's going to transform that whole area.
Yeah.
So it'll be quite a fun little fest there.
I can't wait. Brian is cracking up at something. Can you say it out loud, Brian?
It ain't going to transform the whole area. It's going to be like a Renaissance fair with a homeless population.
They're all cast.
Just walking around what's going on?
They're all cast. There's a whole ensemble thing. They're building a home on the plot. And they're going to live there.
Wow. Okay.
Transformative.
Oh my God. Have you been in rehearsals or read-throughs yet, or what is the process?
Well, I'm already off book, but we haven't started rehearsing yet.
Wait, okay. I was like, oh, that's something. Kerry would do.
I believe we start. There's going to be a read-through this coming weekend. There's a read-through, and then we'll get our rehearsal schedule after that, and it'll be balls to the wall. What I really love too is outdoor theater in the Hampton Roads area in July, because you will sweat a lot.
Nice breeze in the neon.
Yeah, maybe. Hopefully there will be a breeze.
Yeah, there's no trees to stop the breeze from going through. So, stupid trees with their leaves.
Right.
Is that how that works?
Yeah.
I am getting an awful, and I'm not trying to jinx or anything, but I'm getting an awful memory of weren't you in Shakespeare in the Grove and the worst fated Shakespeare in the Grove
Second
ever?
Second worst. Yeah, it was. They were telling us about it. The second worst, it was back in 2018. I was cast in the Shakespeare in the Grove, TCC Chesapeake Theater, Shakespeare in the Grove production of Othello. And I played Amelia.
Yeah.
And the weekend was just the rainiest, stormiest weekend of June. Yeah.
That's a really good role for you as well.
Oh, it was so great. Yeah. It was so great. I had to dig deep on that one, but not that deep. And I got killed.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. I had to die. I died good.
So how many performances total did you have for that?
Of that one?
Yeah.
Well, we went out there every night in full costume. So I showed up and got in my full costume every single night.
Yeah.
And we got half of a show one night, a full show.
Oh, good.
And then part of a half of a show and then no show. So we got one full show out of that run.
1.2 6'5" or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. But
awful.
the worst, I think, was a few years before that, several years before that. I keep going back to it. I feel like somebody told me it was the production of The Tempest, which I kind of find that to be funny.
Yeah, very ironical. Brian's Googling this right now.
I'm not 100% sure if that's what it was, but I don't even think they got a full show. But yeah, it's rough. When you do outdoor theater, you just have to be able to wing it. And sometimes the show goes on until lightning hits, and then the light guy goes, "Okay, no, get off."
Well, I melt and also burn very easily because I'm a vampire, so I can't do outdoor theater notoriously. But I'm gonna be there with like my suit and my umbrella and my sunglasses watching it, and I can't wait. And the other thing about Shakespeare in the Grove, and I don't want to poo-poo the production or anything like that, but they've historically never had like a backup plan in case something really bad like that happens, and it happens so rarely. I'm wondering if push. I mean, maybe the backup is going inside the theater. I don't know. Like that would at least be like a backup. I don't know.
The backup is dying.
It's outdoors or bust.
I hope that particular weekend isn't one that tends to be a stormy weekend.
Right.
The weekend that Shakespeare in the Grove was, it's this one weekend in June that if you go back through all the farmers' almanacs, it's always raining.
Jesus Christ.
Just change the weekend.
Change the weekend. We're going to start.
Yeah, they used to do it with Roper Theater. So they would do a production in the Grove, and then they would move the whole set into the Roper.
That's right. That's right. Okay. Well, anything else this is huge, and thank you for talking to us, especially so early on because I'm excited and I can't wait. I mean, it's still like months away. Anything else that you're in or you're working on? Yeah. Yeah.
It's so fun because the push is, kind of slowly opening up. So we are doing the monthly, Unusual Suspects Murder Mystery.
Awesome.
And the next one is coming up the 14th and the 15th of May. So that's coming up. So I'm excited about that.
Nice. And that's also an outdoor affair with some kind of like traveling. I've heard about this like from the plot and then behind the theater, food.
Mm-hmm. It's also immersive. It's my new favorite word.
Oh,
and
immersion.
you travel with the story, and there's little vignettes at Commune, and then there's food that Commune serves you and drinks. And then there's little vignettes within Push and around La Brioche. Ooh. And then there's food from La Brioche. So you get to eat and drink and watch comedy.
Eat, drink, and be merry. Like a Ren Fair.
Yep. You do have to walk around.
Oh.
So if you are aversive to that, not the type of theater experience that you might enjoy. But if you don't mind, kind of moving around and seeing how the story changes, then that's like super cute and super fun.
Do you know if you're going to be the dead one yet, or can you divulge that or no?
I am probably hoping to not ever be the dead one because that is so much work.
Getting up and getting down.
The dead one, it is so much work. Well, because we're moving around, they get pushed around in a wheelchair.
I heard about that. This was a crazy thing I talked to Sean Dever about. They didn't put the brakes on the wheelchair, and they tried to lift up Keys Wren into the wheelchair without the wheels being locked. They're just failing miserably. I was like, that's comedy right there.
Yeah, I missed that part, but I didn't miss anything else. That wheelchair bit, I mean, it's hard, and then they have to be everywhere. So hopefully, I get to secure my role as suspect.
Yeah, that's a.
But I'll do whatever the show calls for.
Hell yeah! All right, well, check out Kerry Kruk this summer in July. Shakespeare at the Plot, Romeo and Juliet. She's playing the nurse, the motherfucking nurse. And then Unusual Suspects Murder Mystery Tour at the Plot across from the Push Comedy Theater. Yep, the live theater is coming back, and you can check out Kerry Kruk. Thank you, as always, for coming back on the show. You're one of our, I'm going to say oldest guests, but that's not true. That's Rick Krupnick. One of our... Burned you, Rick. Hope you're listening to this. You're one of our first guests, and we always enjoy having you. We are on to the episode. Bye-bye.
Awesome.
Bye-bye.